Look at your plant. It's alive, sitting there on your windowsill. You water it, you've been taking care of it for weeks now, but it's like it's frozen in time, not growing, not putting out new leaves, not giving you that fresh young sprout we all want to see on our plants. Sound familiar? Then we've got some news for you that you might not want to hear. Your plant isn't just slow, it's blocked. And here's the frustrating part. Most people in this situation just keep doing the same thing. Watering more, fertilizing more often, waiting a little longer, and nothing changes. Because it's not about how much water you're giving it, and it's not about patience. The real issue is that the soil in that pot can no longer physically give the plant what it needs to develop. See the trap here? We keep treating the symptom instead of the cause, and the cause is always the same. Tired, depleted soil that's run out of real, living, root-available energy. But here's the good news. You're watching our channel right now, and today we're going to show you a simple mix, the same one used even by large nurseries and professional growers. Just 1 tablespoon of this mix can kickstart growth in literally any plant. Fruit-bearing, ornamental, flowering, doesn't matter which. We just need to ask you one thing first. Watch this all the way through and pay close attention to the proportions, because with fertilizers, as with anything like this, the dose is everything. Overdo it, and instead of helping your plant, you'll actually make things worse. We always test our recipes ourselves before we ever show them to you, so what you're about to see is something that genuinely works. So let's get into it, and we promise, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to wake up even the most sleeping plant in your home. Before we get to the mix, let's take a minute to understand what's actually happening inside that pot. Most people assume that if a plant isn't growing, it must need more water, and that's exactly where the mistake happens. 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with water at all. It comes down to the strength of the soil. The roots are alive, the plant isn't technically dying, but it simply doesn't have an active root system, doesn't have available energy, doesn't have nutrition it can actually absorb right now. And no matter how much you water a plant like that, it won't budge until those problems are solved at the soil level. The mix we're about to show you works directly on that. It doesn't mask the problem, it solves it at the root, literally. And this isn't some random combination thrown together for luck. Every ingredient here has a specific job, and together they complete each other. Grab any container you've got at home, a cup, a small bowl, anything works. You don't need exact measuring tools, just whatever's within reach. The first ingredient is the simplest one, and you almost certainly already have it at home. It's used coffee grounds. After you brew your coffee, don't throw the grounds away. Let them dry out in the shade, not in direct sun, just in the shade, so they keep their beneficial properties. Let them dry completely until they look like this, nice and crumbly. And here's why this is pure gold for your plant's soil. Coffee grounds aren't a fertilizer in the traditional sense. They wake up life in the soil. They feed the microorganisms living there, and those microorganisms are the real workers, the ones that break down nutrients into a form the roots can actually use. Here's the key thing a lot of people miss. It's not enough to just dump nutrients into the soil. If there's nothing there to process them, they're useless. Nutrition has to be transformed, digested by the soil's microbiology before the plant can absorb it. Coffee grounds are what kick off that whole process. They bring the soil back to life from the inside. We're adding 2 full tablespoons of dried coffee grounds into our container. Now, let's move on to the second ingredient. It's rich in phosphorus and calcium, and that matters a lot because phosphorus is the main nutrient responsible for root growth, flowering, and overall plant development. This is bone meal. It comes from different brands and in different shades. Brown is the most common. Some are darker, some have more of a paste-like texture. It doesn't really matter, just grab whatever's available at your local store. Now watch what happens when we combine these two, coffee grounds and bone meal. Together, they create the exact conditions the soil needs to come back to life. Nutrients become available, and the plant is finally able to respond to them. And that's really the core idea of this whole video. You're not just feeding your plant, you're unlocking its entire nutrient uptake system. Honestly, even with just these 2 ingredients, you'd already have a great working mix. But there's one more secret ingredient that experienced growers use, and we want to share it with you. The third ingredient only needs to be used in a very small amount. Don't overdo this one, it matters. Just a pinch relative to the rest of the mix. This is ground cinnamon. Cinnamon plays a different but really important role here. It acts as a natural barrier against fungal issues, which are often the hidden reason a plant gets stuck and stops growing in the first place. We don't always see fungus with the naked eye, but it's frequently what's holding back root development. Adding just a small amount of cinnamon further strengthens your plant's root system, enriches the biology of the soil, and again, feeds those same beneficial microorganisms. And the best part, this entire mix is 100% organic and natural. Look how simple these ingredients are. Chances are, you already have most, if not all, of them at home. Mix it all together thoroughly, and there you have it, our finished blend. Just an ordinary looking powder, but trust us, 1 teaspoon of this can pull even a struggling, sickly plant back from the edge. Before we move on to the most important part, how to actually apply this mix, drop a comment and let us know what city or country you're watching from. We're genuinely curious how far our videos reach, and while you're at it, let us know if this is your first time here or if you've been with us for a while. If you're new, now's a great time to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And now, the most important part. The part without which even a perfect mix won't give you any results. We always say the same thing when we go through recipes like this. The difference between a medicine and a poison is the dose. The dose is what determines whether this mix becomes medicine for your plant or ends up hurting it. Too much, and you'll get the opposite of the result you wanted. So let's get specific about how much to use. Something around the size you see here, use just a small amount of the mix, about a teaspoon. If the pot is larger, roughly double the amount, but no more than that. Now let's put this into practice on an actual plant. Let's go to the plant that's stuck and not growing. Take a teaspoon of the mix we just made. Gently create a small hole to the side of the plant, near the edge of the pot, not in the center, and without disturbing the main root ball. Add the mix into the hole and cover it back up with soil. That pot is done. And here's the final, essential step after applying the mix to both pots. Grab a watering can and lightly water exactly where you place the fertilizer. Just to be clear, this isn't a full watering of the whole plant. It's a light watering right over the spot where the mix went in. This step is what starts releasing the nutrients from the mix. From this point on, all those nutrients start slowly releasing straight to the plant's roots, feeding the soil's microbiology, and soon those microorganisms will start making that nutrition available to the plant itself. And that's when you'll finally see what this was all for: new leaves starting to appear. Don't throw away whatever's left of the mix. Store it somewhere dry. You'll need it again in 15 days, when it's time to repeat this exact same process. Keep repeating this cycle until your plant is genuinely healthy and beautiful, and until you start seeing fresh new growth on that plant that used to look so sad. Within just a few days, you'll start noticing changes in that plant that once seemed hopelessly stuck. Flowers will start appearing where there weren't any for a long time. Even smaller plants will start budding. New, stronger shoots will begin to appear, and that growth won't stop as long as you keep applying this formula regularly, every 15 days. Good things are meant to be shared, so don't leave this video without sending it to someone you know who loves plants. They'll really appreciate it. And of course, if this video was helpful, subscribe to the channel. It genuinely helps us grow. By the way, we've set ourselves a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, and every single subscribe right now gets us closer to that. That wraps up today's video, but the learning doesn't stop here. Check out the video on your screen right now for more helpful tips for your plants, completely free. And before you go, subscribe to the channel and make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Sending you a big hug. See you in the next video. Bye bye.